Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Bob and Nikki series book chats. It's been almost 6 months since I've come to you with one of these. I had done really well in the first 6 months of the year with this, coming weekly to you with a book from the series since December last year, and then I got bogged down with the move and getting into my new neighborhood, and I've gotten away from that. But I wanted to share with you the most recent installment that I reread. So let me share my screen at this time. This is book 24. This is Don't Give Up the Shop. And this installment picks up where the last installment, directly after where the last installment left off. They're at the barbecue. Bob and the crew are back on Earth for a while. They have had a barbecue, they've had a cookout, and they're sort of taking some R&R. So the band, Topper, Taz, and Ozzie, apply for some shore leave, and they actually go down to the surface. There's a man named Mac that we met at the end of book 23 who has a motorcycle shop, and he's behind, and the band goes in and they have a chance to do what we saw them do in the first few books of the series, where Bob met Topper and found his musical talent, and then he finds the bots with their mechanical abilities. And so we get a little bit of a throwback to that period of time in this book, which is really kind of nice. We see them doing some of their best work with some other people. We also, in this book, focus on Earth relations quite a bit more. So there's more emphasis on Bob and the crew's interactions with people of Earth now that things have calmed down with the presidency. So this book is not quite as political as the previous couple have been. Bob and Nikki are out for a drive one day, and they see a car that's in an accident, and it's gotten trapped on the guardrail of a bridge, and because of the way the car is positioned, it's in danger of toppling over. So Bob is able to page the bots and have the bots come and help the police department and the fire department balance the car, get it off the railing, get the car onto the ground and solid, and save the people in the car themselves. There's a couple of side plots that involve Willem. If you remember from the previous installments, Willem has been out with Barbara Ann, the android, the humanoid android, getting robots on the black market. And Willem goes into this auction to get bots, and his cover is blown. He manages to get a lot of bots, but his cover is blown. And so Bob has to deal with that. We also get a little more plot development with Amelia. There's some developments with Amelia that she has decided to stay on the planet that she and Eve were exploring, and there's indications that Eve, the sentient ship, does not want to be with her any longer, and that Amelia wants to stay. So Bob has to now deal with that as well. There's There's a couple of other side plots that involve members of the crew. What I really like about this installment is that we see more of the kind of slow moving, meandering relationship building that this series is famous for. We also see Bob's machinations in his head about how to make personnel happy and where to put them. And so you also see him not necessarily pleased with everything that everybody on his staff is doing, or everything that everybody on his staff is doing, but he tries to put them in the best positions possible. And so we see that continuing to take place. We see some movement with Juke. Juke in this book gets adopted. And Chris and Juke get adopted, and then also we start to see that happen. We also start to see some movement on the bot front too. So it'll be interesting in the next installment to see where this goes with the Android bots, how they will respond to that. But it's a really nice kind of meandering tale. It's one of my installments of the series that I really like. It may not be the strongest in terms of plot, but again, you don't read these books necessarily for their huge literary value. You read it for the corny puns. You read it for the very sarcastic humor, those kinds of things. But I really enjoy seeing how Bob moves with his staff and how he cares about his staff and how they just continue to just live and their life unfold in space and on Earth. And we do, again, in this installment, get to see a little bit more of not only the small foot, but the big foot. And we also meet possibly another group of humanoid people, the Denisovans, where Juke comes from. So there's not too much of note that happens, but again, just enjoying the series, and I thought I'd check in for those of you who are following this. Hopefully I'll get at least one more volume read and posted before the end of the month. I do have some other videos that are planned. There's a math video that's going to be going up soon, and then I have some more work with some other books that I have to get done before the end of the year. But if you followed along this far so far, I hope you're enjoying the series, and I will talk to you very soon in my next video. Thank you very much, folks. Bye for now.